Welcome back everybody. Today we're gonna play Sova on Pearl. Today is day 29 of playing every agent on every map. Today's agent Sova is probably the best info initiator there is, but on Pearl he's only the second best in my opinion. By the way, before we get into the guide, I want to show you a clutch I did today live on stream. By the way, twitch.tv/crazy_ftn. And I want to remind you to like and subscribe, because that makes it possible for me to do more guides on different agents on other maps too.
One enemy remaining. Ready. Clutch.
Oh my god.
No way that worked!
I love you, bro.
Everyone's tech still working?
Bro!
Vods, dude.
Woo! Starting off with A-side defense. On A-side defense you have a couple of options. One is a dart over here, just like this. It lands at this wall right here. It isn't too precise, it just lands somewhere here, and you get the information if there's somebody close. If there's nobody close, you can take the orb right here. It's only worth, I think, if you want to get the orb, else you just go back. You usually hear them when they're coming into A, so you can keep your dart and then you can go into here and wait for them to entry, and then use a dart like this one, because this wall is easily bangable with almost any weapon, with a Vandal, Phantom, even a Sheriff. This is pretty good on eco rounds too, and the corner up there is really hard for them to shoot the dart, and you can get a lot of kills from that. You can also use shock darts like these. Just jump up. Whoops. Just jump up and shock dart the people planting default. Or use one with one bounce, so it bounces into this corner right here. You can also use a reveal like this one. It's pretty hard for the people in here to shoot, and you can most of the times get off at least one scan. Another thing you can use is your drone like this. Go up here, check here close, and then maybe tag the person that is planting. This is really good, especially for post plant. Other things you can do is to drone from back here. On retakes, this drone is pretty safe to get information on site. It tends to get shot pretty quickly though, so using that with a flash helps the drone to get more information. Or you can drone from this corner right here. It's a pretty safe corner. It gets shot less often, and then you can clear out the site, check close here, and it's generally pretty good to retake site. If you want a dart to retake site, I'd recommend a dart like this one. It lands right here, so it is pretty hard to shoot for the people that are playing either close here. It's easier for them, but like even if they flick up and your teammate peeks out of sight, it's a free kill for you. And in general, just shooting darts at this wall right here is hard for the enemies to shoot, because they're usually just playing in corners. Or even main. If you don't reveal anyone, you can go main, use a shock dart here close in this corner, or use a shock dart off the wall like this to damage everyone that is waiting here for the peek, to defuse the default plant spot. You can do a similar thing from art. As soon as they come in, there's usually a smoke right here. You can throw a dart right there. This one is also pretty hard to shoot, and it isn't that easy to shoot from main either, because most of the times they're just coming out of the smoke right here, and they're not gonna see it up there, and it clears out all of sight. It reveals the people in main, so even if you're like waiting for them to execute, you can use that dart and get some kills off of them. Or you can use a dart like this one, just throw it at the wall back here. It's pretty hard for the people to shoot that are here, and you can get some free scans off of it and kills through the main smoke. Another good dart you can use in combination with an ult is a dart like this one, where you wait here, as soon as the barrier drops you shoot it. If they're coming A, the dart reveals them right away, and then you can start an ult from art here. Like this. It's gonna be pretty hard for them to get away. Even if they're going main, you're gonna get at least 1 or 2 guys hit from that ult. Other things you can do, this one is pretty risky, I don't recommend it most of the times, but if you want to get information over main, you can throw a drone like this one over these boxes. You have to play behind the boxes though, because if you use a drone from here, it kind of works too, but it's like the enemies are have a safer time to get to you, and they're probably faster to you. And this is especially dangerous if they throw a reveal through art in here. By the way, you can shoot that wall with heavy penetration weapons. So with a dart like this one, you can also do damage to the people in main. with a sheriff or even with an Onin. Let's say you're playing mid. In the beginning of the round, people like to come out mid from shops or even from top mid. With a dart right here at this wall, you can charge it up already. As soon as the Spartan barrier drops, walk out a little and shoot it at this wall. It reveals anyone in main, and the person playing here in double doors has an option to kill the people in top mid through this wall, because it's bangable and the people aren't gonna get revealed, or the people coming out of mid doors from here by just shooting through this wall. And it's generally a pretty good one to use in the beginning of the round if the enemies decide to go mid every round. You can also do a shock dart in the beginning of the round. Just aim around at this window and then 2 charge, no bounce. It lands right in the entrance, and anyone coming in here is gonna take some damage. And it's just generally pretty good, especially if you want to go have a teammate that goes out mid and he doesn't want to worry about this spot right here. The people here are gonna go back because they see the shock dart coming, and the teammate can go out of mid to get a kill on the people top mid, especially if he's like a chamber or jet. Get a kill on the people top mid, dash back, and he's pretty much safe. Let's say you're playing double doors. On double doors, you can do a dart like this one that lands up here and reveals anyone in front of the double doors and even top mid. It's a really good dart you can use if you hear a lot of steps in mid, and then you can combine that with just spraying through the wall. I'd recommend you have somebody holding for you then. And then you can just spray the people through the wall and you can get some free kills. Other things you can do is to throw a dart like this one. If you hear somebody coming in here, it's a pretty common spot, and you can get some chip damage off of the people. This works especially good if you hear a lot of people coming. You can also use darts like these if the people are coming in here. Just full charge at this wall around at this dot right here, and from back here it's pretty safe. 1 bounce, it lands right where the enemies are coming in, and it does a lot of damage to them. If you hear your teammate saying they are coming B, you can use a dart like this one. It isn't really precise. You just throw it at this pillar right here, and it scans anyone in main. This is especially good if there's a smoke right here and you have a teammate holding behind it. It scans everyone, and the people over this side can't really destroy the dart. They're gonna have a hard time shooting it if they are standing like close here or just here. But I would wait for them to be at least up here for the dart to be really effective. Let's switch over towards B. On B, you can use a dart like this one if you have a smoke in main, where you just full charge around at this spot right here. It reveals anyone on this side and the people in front of here, and you can get some free kills off of the dart like this one. By the way, if you play against a gecko using shock darts, either close here in this corner, because this corner is a pretty safe corner for a gecko ult, or a shock dart close here, which is also a pretty safe spot for a gecko ult, to get him out of his ult and use one of his 2 uses of his ult. This is really good if you see they have a gecko ult. You can then just throw a dart like either here or back here. As long as you do damage to that guy, he's gonna be out of his ult. You can also use a dart like this one, where you just full charge at around this wall from behind the pillar, so you're safe from long. At count 1, 2, 3, aim around between these 2, and then throw. It lands right here, and it does damage to the person in the gecko ult. Another thing you can do, as soon as they are coming in, throw a dart up here. Or just at this wall in general. This is really good because there's usually a smoke up here, and the enemies that are coming in are gonna have a hard time shooting that dart, and you can get some free kills through the smoke. Also, a good tip is these boxes here are spammable. The plant back here is one of the best plants you can get on this site, so spamming through these boxes with either a Vandal, Odin, or just any weapon is really good. And you can also use your shock darts at this spot. Just throw shock darts like this. It isn't too precise. As long as they hit the round right here, you're gonna do damage to that guy, and he's most likely cancelling his plan sometimes. There's a couple of really good defensive ults on this map. One of the good defensive ults is also a pretty risky one. You go right here in art, and you have somebody to hold your mid, so you don't get pushed from here. And then as soon as the people are walking into B-Link, you use a ult like this one. You can combine that with an ISO vulnerable or just like any stopping utility to get a lot of damage off of it, and the people in the double doors or B-Link area are gonna take a lot of damage. You kind of gotta be careful though from them pushing over here or here or even main when you are not looking at them. So this ult is pretty risky, but it is a pretty good one if you have teammates with you that are holding you. Another pretty good one, but it is also pretty risky, is one like this. You're back, you pause or you haul, and you can just ult long out, but you need somebody to hold your long walk out, because you are shooting the people here. If they are deciding to go on you with a chat dash or something like that, you're most likely gonna die because you have your ult out and you're not fast enough to react to that guy. You might have realized that I haven't really shown you a lot of drone spots. Most drone spots are just spaces you want to retake. For example, if you hear them going through mid towards B, you can drone from back here.
Take flight.
Use the drone to clear out mid. Check if there's somebody down there, and then also clear out this. Most of the times there's somebody waiting in the mid itself, and you're gonna have a hard time getting that person out without a drone. You can also use that, for example, on B side if you're going into heaven and you're droning from up here to get information over the site and then clear out back halls with your drone. Your drone is a really good information tool and should be used only in retakes, not for getting information out of spots you don't really know. Or you can also use it to tag somebody and then try to Sova ult them. Switching over towards attack. On attack, you can use a early dart like this to deter the enemies from doing any A main aggression. This dart is pretty hard to shoot and it reveals anyone in main. You can have it charged before the start of the round, and as soon as it lands here, it reveals anyone trying to come up here. The people that are trying to go here are gonna have to make some steps, so always look out for that. If somebody walks up here, or if he does do some steps, he's gonna be close and you have to worry about him. For a side take, you can use a drone like this one, where you drone out here, check close here, check art, and even check backside. Like this, you can get information on the people in dugout, backside, on link. This is really good, especially because there's just so many spaces they can be in on A side, on Pearl, and you can get a lot of information out of your drone. Good shock darts are shock darts where you either destroy the cipher trips. There's usually some cipher trips either close here, somewhere. So a shock dart like this should do fine. Or a shock dart to the default plant spot, because there's usually also cipher trips on the default plant spot. If you don't play against a cipher, but a killjoy instead, you can use a shock dart close here. It should destroy any alarm bots and mollies he has close. Or use your shock darts to deter the enemies from peeking. For example, if you have a smoke right here and you feel like they're gonna peek out of flowers, shoot a shock dart into the smoke and do a lot of damage to the people trying to peek out. You can also shock dart backside with a simple shock dart like this. You wait here in front of the smoke, you kind of aim around this wall somewhere, it isn't really too precise. One bounce, and then you just jump and shoot it. It lands exactly backside, and the people that are playing backside are gonna take some damage from it. This is pretty good to combine with something like an Astrograph well, like the Astrosuck, or a Fade Seize, or just any ability that makes the people in backside stay in backside or does vulnerable damage to them. If you haven't used your reveal to take main, you can use a reveal up here in this corner to the right of the flowers. Just aim at the flowers, full charge, and it lands backside. It is pretty hidden by the flowers themselves, and the people in backside are gonna have a hard time flicking up to destroy that dart, and the people in dugout are also gonna be revealed by that dart, and you can spam them from main or just through these walls. They're gonna be pretty easy to hit because you revealed them, and they're gonna take a lot of damage. Let's say you're already on site and you still have your dart. You can use a dart like this one, just throw it at this wall. It isn't too precise, and anyone back here is gonna be revealed, and you're gonna collect some free kills through the smoke right here. You can also throw a dart like this one, which is not that much better, but it's harder to shoot for them, because firstly they're gonna be flicking up here, and then they're gonna try to turn around back. This is also pretty good to combine with a push in here if you throw a dart up here, because people are most likely gonna look up. If they're not looking up, they're gonna be revealed and you can have some free kills. Let's say you want to take art with your team. You can use a reveal from either here to reveal all of art, even the people behind the boxes, and it is pretty hard to shoot for them because they have to look up. Or you can use a reveal from mid, that is like this, where you aim up, and it lands right here. It is insanely hard for the enemies to shoot because it lands that fast, and the person back here is going to be revealed too. It isn't really too precise of a lineup, just aim around somewhere right here, full charge, one bounce, and it lands here on top. You can also just clear out art with a drone like this one, This is pretty safe. You just need to have somebody to watch mid for you. You can clear here, you can clear this, and you can get a lot of information out of that. You need to have somebody watch double doors though, because the people that can play double doors are gonna walk out and maybe try to kill you. Let's say you are in art already, but you're not 100% sure where the people are, and you're smoked off right here. You can then use a dart like this one, not too precise, and it reveals anything close here, even the people playing close here, and it's generally a pretty good dart. If you have your drone left still, you can also go up here, use a drone like this to get even more space, to clear out either link right here, or go towards site, even get on top of these boxes to get a height advantage, and then even check backside here in dugout. This is really good. You can get a lot of space from it, and your team has a lot of information to push the site with. Let's say you want to take double doors. You can use a dart like this one, where you aim at the top of this. You kind of walk into this right here, aim at the top of this chimney, and then just throw it. It reveals anyone being close here, even the people playing close here below, and it's pretty hard for them to shoot because they won't expect it. Another thing you can do to take double doors is use a drone from here, clear out bottom, clear out close here, and then also clear out this corner. This corner is really important to clear. Sometimes there are people in that corner, and it's pretty hard for your team to clear them out without like a Sova drone or other util. Something that is also pretty good is a shock dart like this one. One bounce, and it bounces right here and lands right here. Any trip being placed here in the beginning of the round, or placed somewhere around here, is gonna get destroyed with a simple shock dart like this, and you're taking away the information that the enemies have over this part of the map. Let's say you went through double doors and then you're trying to take site. You can use a dart like this one, where you aim around right here. It isn't too precise. Full charge. It lands backside and reveals anyone front side, even here. Even if they have pushed up long, they are gonna get revealed, and you're gonna have a easier time taking side. You still gotta be aware of backside though, because backside doesn't get revealed, or people in heaven, if there's a smoke in heaven, they're not gonna get revealed either. To clear those people out, you can then use a drone from this corner right here, check in heaven if there's somebody in here, and then drone towards backside if there's somebody back here. The only spot where you can't really drone out is this corner right here. If somebody plays in this corner right here, you won't be able to see them, and you gotta tell your team that they need to worry about this corner and clear it out. Let's say you're going B. Usually to get out of B long, you have a Cypher cage here or a chat smoke here. Then you can cross over. To clear out the people in these two spots right here, here and here, you can use a reveal right here, aim around this building, and then shoot it. It reveals anyone being close here, and your team has a free time taking long. You can then use a drone from up here to get even more information, clear out the close corner here, get on top of these boxes, clear out link as well. You don't really need to clear out backside, but if you still have a dart left, or if you've taken long and then your dart recharged, you can use your dart backside to clear those people out. This is pretty good because it clears out the close corner here too, and people playing close here as well. Good shock darts for long is a shock dart right here, because it destroys any trip that is placed alongside these walls, and a shock dart right here, because you usually damage the person that is back here. You can also use shock darts to clear out the people here. If you know they are there, just use a one bounce full charge and throw it right there. You're gonna do a lot of damage to those guys, and they're gonna be low and easier to kill for your team. You might have realized that I haven't really shown you a lot of lineups. That is because I don't really play Sova on this map. And I think to play a good Sova, you don't really need the lineups. You just need to know where the enemies are going to be and which darts are hard to destroy. A lineup is good and all, but if you're only playing for your lineups, it isn't really worth playing a Sova for, because you need to learn a lot of things about the lineups, and it isn't really about only the lineups. You can use Sova in a pretty easy way without having any lineups. Just having lineups doesn't make you a good Sova. Knowing when to reveal and where to reveal is a much importanter thing, and that's why I think you should also just focus on how you play the game and with a Sova, instead of just focusing on the lineups. And to end it off, there's two important things you need to know about the Sova ult. First of all, a Sova ult is pretty good to destroy killjoy ults. As soon as the enemy places a killjoy ult, you can then you can't mark it anymore, but you can then look on the map where it is, and then just ult that spot. This corner close here is a pretty good killjoy ult spot, so you kind of gotta know where it is, and that comes with time. if I had to give Sova a rating from S to F tier on Pearl, I'd give him the A tier. He's pretty good. He's not quite as good as Fate because he has less info util and more of damage util, but he is still by far a really good choice on this map. I don't mind it if somebody on my team plays a Sova instead of a Fate. That would be it for me. If you have any questions or suggestions which agents I should play next, write them down in the comments. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And also come check me out on Twitch, where I stream almost daily. I really hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and see you guys very soon. Bye!